What's up, y'all? Glaive's new song Bastard just dropped, and I made a beat in the style of that song. The original beat is produced by Delta, Weathen, and Lunamatic. I made a beat pretty similar to the original, and I'm gonna explain how I did it in this tutorial. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'll try to help out, but I'm gonna try to explain it into depth in this tutorial, but not make it too long, you know? Oh, by the way, my Glaive hoodie just came in the mail the day after Bastard dropped. So without further ado, let's get into the beat. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all hear the beat and then I'll just explain everything after.
That's my spark.
Okay, as you can hear, it sounds really similar to the original. I want to give a huge shout out to all the producers that worked on it. Like, credit to Delta, Weathen, and Lunamatic. I'm pretty sure the guitar part in the intro is played by Lunamatic. I don't play guitar like that, so I just made a piano intro. The most noticeable thing about this beat is the gate on the chords. Those sound like this. And it has a gross beat on it with a 1-beat gate. And without it, it sounds like this. It's like way different. For these chords, I layered 4 different presets. This is the first one. I'll show you the pattern too right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple chord progression. It's just in the key of D minor, and it just it starts at D, and then it goes down to A, and then A sharp. And I just made some chords, and I raised the middle note up an octave, and for the rest, it's just triads with, oh no, I don't know what it's called. Is it fifths? I don't know, man. Okay, and then I just layered this one, and some noise. And together they sound like this. There's some effects on there, just an EQ to cut out the low end. And then for the other ones, I have an EQ to cut out the low end, and another one to cut out the low end and the high end. I routed them all to this one, and then I added some effects to like all of them. So I added some OTT. Really, it's really noticeable. It makes it way brighter, and it just sounds better in my opinion. Then an EQ to cut out even more lows, and to boost like some frequencies I liked. And then this is the noise. It's only like the higher frequencies. I got the rest out. And then I routed all of these into this one, and that's where the gate's on. So like it affects everything. And then I added this lead. These notes.
These nuts.
These notes are all in the chords, and I just layered them. Like it's a layer on top of the chords actually. And there's like an OTT on this, makes it brighter, and then a crystallizer. I saw this in one of Gavin Hadley's videos, and this effect just sounds really cool. It's like used on normal instruments, but I started using it in all kind of shit just to try stuff out. It sounds really dope. I've been using it a lot. And then like another gate just to give it the same feel as the chords, and then an EQ to like boost this frequency a bit and take some of the lows out. Okay, that's pretty much it for the melodies. I also automated the gross beat on the first hit. And then for the second part of the hook and the second hook, like it's in the second hook for the full 16 bars. I added a counter melody. I didn't really like the mallet in the original one, so I made a different counter melody. It's way more in the background and it's less energetic. Without effects, it sounds like this. And then I added some effects. I added a gross beat. Then a halftime, but that is off during the hooks, and then an EQ with like these frequencies boosted a bit, and then a reverb to make it way smoother. Yeah, that's it for the melodies. Now I'll just quickly go over the snare. It's just, this is one of my snares, then this one is from a pack, this one's from a pack, and this one's from a pack too. Yeah, that's what they sound like together. Okay, then moving on to the bass, I used some different presets in this one too. This is the main preset. Oh, I'll show the pattern too, actually. For the first one, I put a slide note, like it goes up. If I remove that, it sounds like this. It really adds something. For this part, I just like followed the chords, and then this is the only extra note. And then for this part, I added some extra notes. This one doesn't like slide up here. It sounds way lower. It just stays at D4. Then I layered that with a sub. Just a sub with some portamento and a little bit of noise and some distortion and shit. Like you could just use a normal sub. It doesn't really add anything to the effects. Like it's just a little bit. Oh, that hurt actually. Okay. Then I added this bass. It's all the same pattern. I just layered them. I just cut out all the lows for this one, so it's only the higher frequencies and the noise to like layer it. And together they sound like this. For the main bass, there's an OTT on there with the depth like at 30% and the down at 50. Then there's a crush on there too to like make it less harsh on the higher frequencies, and an EQ to like boost and duck some frequencies. So the bass sounds like this, but it doesn't punch that hard. That's why I added this kick. That's not on. That's why I added this kick. This is clipping like really hard. I used 3 different kicks. This one, with higher frequencies, and then this one's like is really making a clip together. And then there's a soft clipper on there because it's like it's peaking way too high, so I put a soft clipper on there. And then together with the bass, it sounds like this. That's not together with the bass, bro. This is what it sounds like together. And all together, it sounds like this. I put a crash and this kick. This is what it sounds like. Okay, moving on to the verse. I put a halftime on this counter melody. It sounds like this. Yeah, it's way more, it's even more in the background because this is already like not that noticeable. Just put the snare like from the drop right here too. And then a bass guitar. This is the bass guitar from Labs. It's the warm bass amp. And then moving on to the second part of the verse, these impact sounds.
Got it!
In the original, there's like this dreamy vibe to it in the second part of the verse. So I layered some chords. This one and this one. This is just one note because it was way too strong to like have the full chords. Together they sound like this, but I need to turn on this EQ because I automated that. It's the same chord progression as in the hook, but it's it doesn't have the gate on there. And then I automated the EQ so it like fades in a bit more. Pick this preset and then you just right click this one and click create automation clip. And as you can see in the EQ, and then there's an OTT on there and some reverb. Without effects, it sounds like this. Okay, that's it for this part, and then for this part, nothing changes except for this kick that comes in. Then for this is not the hook yet. This is the last part of the verse. It's just everything from the hook except for the kick and the crash. Oh, and I removed like some of this. Top lead's not on here to like make it feel a little bit less full. This melody comes in right when the hook hits, so like you know, this is the hook. And then there's this like these couple snare hits right before the. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the B, except for the intro. I made a little piano melody. And I layered that with this and a bass guitar. Just filling the root notes except for this one. Oh, and this one. Together they sound like this. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm gonna skip over this. Yeah, so that's pretty much like how I made the beat. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'll try to answer them. And also, I'm probably releasing a drum kit very soon because when I started making these beats, it was really hard for me to find any good sounds. So I decided to make my own because I couldn't find any. And I want to help y'all and like give y'all some sounds too. I'm probably gonna make it paid though, probably like $10 or something. And I'll include like a lot of basses and like one shots and the siem presets so you can tweak them yourself too. But for now, I hope y'all learned something from this tutorial. Check out my beats if you want to buy any. Probably not, because most people that are watching this are producers. I'm gonna put the card up on the screen so you can listen to the full beat. I upload that to my channel too. If you want to buy it, you can. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.